Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Sneaky, we know controversies are really, really good. They've been good for a long time. And I don't disagree. They have been really good for a long time. This video is not more so to tell people, oh my god, these are amazing, they're broken, and they were terrible before. No, it's not like that. It's to just kind of show off that they're even better now with Void 3.0 than they were previously. And previously, they were already really, really good. So for people that don't know how Controverse Holds works, basically, you run it with this Voidwalker build with Chaos Accelerant, and you can just charge grenades and throw them into the Oblivion, especially on champions, and then you basically get your entire grenade back, and you can keep spamming and chaining your abilities over and over and over, and hold Devour the entire time while doing so. And the synergy between them now with Void 3.0 is just insane. Again, they were really good beforehand, I'm not arguing that. I'm just showing off that they're even better now, and people should try to, dust them out of the vault if they haven't already used it. And that is a possible thing, given that Well has been broken for so many years that some people may have just given up on Void because, Well was always the best option. But now Void 3.0 makes it where Void is definitely a viable option to the point where it overshadows Well in some activities. I'm just in the Wellspring right now, kind of just showing off that they in fact are that busted. Look at my grenade, I just threw it 2 seconds ago and now everything's back. Basically, as long as there are enemies to funnel, I will always have food for my Controverse and my Void abilities, and as you see on screen, I'm holding Devour the entire time, I'm getting my nade back at a ridiculous rate, and I just can keep doing this over and over and over. Now, obviously, yeah, Wellspring is not exactly like how every activity works, but there are plenty of activities that do have a ton of enemies that you just go slaughter over and over and over. Raids have tons of enemies. Certain GMs have hundreds of enemies. Let's say, Devil's Lair, for example. That GM has, I don't know, 600 enemies total, something crazy like that. So in those kind of situations, or even soloing Lost Sectors, this is really, really handy. Also, on top of just simply throwing your Controverse, then you have the added thing like volatile rounds, volatile flow, and obviously your Nova Bomb when you get it too. All of this procs Devour, which then gives you energy, which then lets you feed into the Void, like so, and then get your grenade back, and then you just repeat the process. That's essentially it. Like I said before, Controversies were already good beforehand. Now they're just even better. Void 3.0, the synergy is, well, effing great, to just put it plainly. It's just fun. I'm just running around like a jackass, running a grenade, an SMG, and sometimes I'll take out my sword and just, swing around. That's it. This works in endgame content too, in case people are wondering, if this was Master Wellspring, I could absolutely do this exact same thing. Obviously, I wouldn't charge with a sword and go in these doors and fight Yellow Bar Abominations with just a grenade and a sword, but you can absolutely get away with just spamming Controverse instead of being like, hey, you're a Warlock, you're automatically gonna be a Well and nothing else, and end of story. No. No. I am Void Boy, I throw giant bombs out of my hands, and you can't change that. There we go again. No, he ran away. You get back here. Let me throw my Nova for the first time here. So that's generally it. If anybody has any questions about how potent this build is, how it works, want me to go into aspects and fragments, I can do that right now. Give me 1 second. In case you were wondering. Expulsion, Remnants, Undermining. You can totally mess around with these too, by the way. These are not mandatory or anything. Yeah, I would say probably Expulsion is the best one to have, and Weaken, just because you blow up one thing with the nade, another thing blows up next to it, and so on and so forth. So that's it. Controverse always was busted. Now it's even more busted. It's Super Saiyan busted. That's it. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. I know some people are gonna agree, some are gonna disagree. That's just how the Destiny community is. Alright, that's it for this one. It's probably going to get mentioned, so I just wanted to say, you don't have to use Controverse 100% of the time on Void. There are other options that are fun to use out there, such as Nezarec Sin, which is, by the way, my favorite exotic in the game for Warlock since basically the game came out. And there's also Battle Harmony, which will probably get some playtime next season with between Void characters and Graviton Lance, among other things. So, there's other options, but this is a Controverse video, and yeah. That's it. Goodbye. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, okay?